unanimous judgment by a 7-man panel of justices that was led by Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Tanko Muhammad, held that Ihejioha, who contested on the platform of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), was not duly elected. Justice Kudirat Kekere-Kun delivered the lead judgment and declared Senator Hope Uzodinma of the All Progressive Congress (APC) as a valid winner of the governorship contest. The election was held in Imo State on 9th of March 2019. The Supreme Court therefore ordered the immediate withdrawal of the certificate of return that was issued to Ihejioha. It ordered that a fresh certificate of return should be issued to Uzodinma and that he should be sworn in immediately as the governor of Imo State. The newly declared governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, has reacted to Supreme Court judgment on Tuesday with sad Governor Ihejioha. Uzodinma, who spoke to newsmen through his spokesperson, Declan Emelumba, shortly after the Apex Court declared him the duly elected governor of the state, said that the court had demonstrated bravery. The Apex Court, while delivering judgment, declared APC's Hope Uzodinma as the governor of Imo State. Emelumba added that the new governor will arrive in the state today and will address the people immediately. Meanwhile, the former governor of the state and senator representing Imo West Senatorial District, Owele Richards Okorocha, has congratulated Senator Hope Uzodinma over his victory at the Supreme Court, who declared him the new governor of the state. Owele Richards also congratulated the APC members in Imo State for the victory. He called on all hands to be on deck for the support of the new governor. Owele Okorocha assured Senator Uzodinma of his unflinching support. And President Muhammadu Buhari has appointed the former Director General of the Department of State Services (DSS), A.A. Kazama, as the Chairman of the National Institute for Security Studies (NISS). The appointment will take effect from 16th of December 2019 for an initial 4 years, as contained in a statement by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa. The Public Relations Officer of the Department for State Services (DSS), Dr. Peter Afunaya, confirmed the appointment while speaking to newsmen. Kazama started his career in 1978 with the Ministry of Finance in Borno State and transferred to the National Security Organization as a principal officer in 1984. He rose through the ranks of NSO and the subsequent State Security Service, which was carved out of the NSO when it was dissolved. In 2001, Kazama attended the Senior Executive course at the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, Kuru JAS. He served as the Director General of the Department for State Services (DSS) between 2007 and 2010. The Controller General of Nigeria Immigration Service, Muhammad Bambadede, has raised the alarm that fraudsters are using a fake NIS website to defraud Nigerians who are seeking employment. Bambadede said the scammers open a website which they are using to carry out fake recruitment activities. The Controller General explained that vacancies in NIS were always free and made known to Nigerians via the national dailies, television, radio, and the service website www.immigration.gov.ng. It disassociated itself from fake claims and advised Nigerians against subscribing to it, as no recruitment is ongoing in this service. He advised the general public to desist from patronizing fraudsters and report any suspected case to the following platform and telephone number: nis.servicom@nigeriaimmigration.gov.ng and 070-806-07900. And the Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN Justice Tanko Muhammad, has reconstituted the 7-man panel of justices of the Supreme Court hearing appeals that are challenging governorship election results in 6 states. It will be recalled that the Apex Court had on Monday abruptly suspended the hearing of all the appeals after one of the justices on the previous panel suddenly fell sick shortly after proceedings commenced on the appeal challenging the election of Governor Abdullahi Ganduje of Kano State. However, at the resumed proceeding on Tuesday, the panel was reconstituted as Justice Ian Okoro, who was a member of the initial panel, was replaced by Justice Amina Ogie. Other members of the initial panel are the CJM, Justices Sylvester Nguta, Kayode Ariwola, Ekekere Ekun, Owane Abba Aji, and Amiru Sanisi were retained. The panel will hear 13 appeals that arose from governorship elections that held in Kano, Imo, Sokoto, Plateau, Bauchi, and Benue State on 9th of March 2020. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, as was said on Tuesday, it will press ahead with the University Transparency and Accountability Solution as a substitute to the federal government's preferred Integrated Payroll and Personnel System, IPPIS. The union had flailed the media for the misrepresentation of facts in its recent meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari, saying contrary to some media reports, the meeting was not called solely to discuss IPPIS, which ASU had rejected and still rejects for sound reasons. ASU had, in a communique issued at the end of his meeting held at his University of Abuja National Secretariat, insisted there was no going back from its earlier position on IPPIS. In a communique tagged meeting with President Buhari beyond IPPIS and signed by its national president, Professor Biodun Ogunyemi, as I said, his recent meeting with President Buhari was not special as it had done same with former presidents Olusegun Obasanjo, late Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, and Goodluck Jonathan. The meeting was called in response to the union's request as conveyed in his letter of 21st October 2019 to the President. The letter specifically outlined 3 issues for discussion: ASU's position on the violation of universities' autonomy law, Universities Miscellaneous Provision Amendment Act 2003, laws of the respective universities and agreement with ASU as it relates to the planned forceful enrollment of academics in federal universities on integrated personnel and payroll information system, IPPIS. And still to come on MCL News, medical experts re-emphasizes on health hazards of noise pollution. Federal government reaffirms deep economic relations with Turkey. Indeed, is set for 1 month injury layoff. Details of these and more after the break. Please stay with us.
All right, I'll get back to you. Welcome.
We are here for the results.
Wow, the lab results.
Yes.
Okay. Where is this man? She has malaria.
Malaria?
Yes.
What do you think should be prescribed for it?
We prescribe Casimir tablet.
Casimir tablet?
Yes, Casimir tablet.
Casimir tablets get at letter and lumefantrine for inside. Casimir tablets now Maxim Laboratories Private Limited for India. They make them, but na Grace Based Pharmacy and Store Limited. And then they distribute Casimir tablets for here. Casimir tablets get NAFDAC approval for take fight malaria, comot your family.
Casimir tablets, now correct anti-malaria.
Casimir tablets, it dey stop every malaria.
Mommy, mosquito is biting me.
But I asked you to use top rank insecticide.
Top rank insecticide kills mosquitoes, cockroach, flies, and every other crawling and flying insects faster anywhere around you. NAFDAC approves top rank insecticide for its effectiveness. Use top rank insecticide and enjoy a peaceful night rest. Available in all shops and supermarkets near you in 600 milliliter can and 300 milliliter can. Top rank insecticide is marketed nationwide by C Success Multi Services Limited. Telephone 0813 111 2348 or 090 960 22577. Top rank insecticide. What's worth doing is worth doing well.
Welcome back, and you're still on the MCL News. Thanks for staying with us. Noise pollution negates healthy living and overall well-being of a person, which most often is being neglected by individuals, especially in the urban areas. The adverse effect of noise pollution in the wellness of the body cannot be overemphasized. In this report, MCL News x-rays the negative effects of noise pollution by seeking the opinion of medical experts on the menace. The report.
Noise pollution, also known as environmental noise, is an irritating, distracting or physically dangerous noise which people and animals are exposed to and have no control over it. Speaking to a correspondent on the adverse effects, a medical practitioner, Ralph Carlo, highlights the effects and consequences of noise pollution on people, animals as well as the environment and how it can be curbed. He said that noise levels of 80 decibels or more for more than 8 hours per day increases tension and changes breathing patterns, which he said is dangerous to a healthy living.
Here in the city, we consider issues like automobile noise, industrializations, construction companies, sound from home and office appliances, and also human noise, because in the city there are so much populations. The consequences of noise has been so much underrated in our society. The asphalt levels are so high, yet we tend not to know about it. Noise pollution can increase cases of hypertension. Noise pollution can increase stress value in man. Noise pollution can also reduce cognitive activity. It makes the brain action less. You don't respond adequately to normal activities. Noise can also impair our hearing. Noise can also increase sleep disorders. Noise can also make us to have ear issues. That's so-called sinusitis. Tinnitus of the ears. Ears are kind of noisy and wax comes off it. These are all some of the dangerous causes of noise.
He advised people living and working in urban areas especially, and also in apartments, to imbibe the act of moderating sound decibels to its acceptable volume rate. He also called on the government to look into the issues surrounding noise pollution and take necessary measures to produce the unnecessary health hazard.
But that is not right. The government should put out laws that should regulate the acceptable level of noise in the societies. Also, the level of rural-urban migration is so high. People tend to concentrate here in the town, so the bulk of the noise is here in the town. So many human activities when some other areas are dying. So government needs to find a way to decentralize movement to the cities, so that there will be a spread of industries, automobiles, and other noise-generating equipments evenly across the state. Also, we as a person needs to be educated. We have to be considerate. Personal noise in some homes, generating sets are so noisy, people don't just bother how it affects the other persons. So such things are not good. So people need to be educated on how they should live their lives so as not to impact negatively on the other persons.
Research has shown that planting of trees in urban environment helps to reduce noise pollution, as the trees tend to absorb most of the noise. Hence, it is advisable to plant ornamental trees along major streets, as it also helps to protect the ecosystem. Amanda Carlo, MCL News.
The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to strengthen economic relations with the Turkish government to boost trade and investment. The Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Mr. Deniya Debayo, made this known on Tuesday in Abuja at the Nigeria-Turkey Business Forum organized by the Foreign Economic Relations Board, a leading business organization in Turkey. The Business Forum was organized to pave way for both countries' private sector entrepreneurs to transact business and enable Turkish corporations to invest in Nigeria. Adebayo said the event underscored the need for both political and economic cooperation between the two countries, adding that the relationship between Nigeria and Turkey dated back to 1957. He said that the bilateral relationship had witnessed significant improvements in recent times, and Turkey had become a destination and home for many Nigerians. According to the minister, the forum has a future full of possibilities in the areas of agriculture, mining, oil and gas, textile, manufacturing, micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs, and special economic zones development. And now talking sports. Vice President and BBF Babs Ogunade is cautious of the Tigers' opponent Mozambique and hopes Serbia at next month's Olympic qualifying tournament in Belgrade. Ogunade said as part of efforts to ensure the African champions qualified for the Olympics in Belgrade, 2 friendly games against yet to be named opponents have been arranged by the team. He said the friendly games were arranged because the qualifying tournament will be a walk in the park for the Tigers. Ogunade added, in quote, "Those who think that the Mozambique game will be a walkover must remember the FIBA Africa president is from Mozambique. He wants his country to qualify for the Olympics. Serbia, the host country, also want to qualify, and to worsen the situation, Nigeria will open the qualifiers against Mozambique." Speaking further, Ogunade added that the friendly games are to allow the players put into practice the coach philosophy, and we are not leaving anything to chance. Coach Luchit Lale was the man that Nigerian basketballer around in the 70s. End of quote. As still talking sports, Super Eagles midfielder Wilfred Ndidi may need surgery and could be out for up to a month with an unspecified injury. The latest player was ruled out of the Foxes Carabao Cup semi-final first leg with Aston Villa on Wednesday. Brendan Rodgers, Leicester boss, reviewed Ndidi suffered an injury in training, and although did not specify what, on Tuesday and may face an operation. Before the match, Rodgers said Wilfred took a knock in training yesterday, which unfortunately means he might need a slight operation on Wednesday, and that will put him out for a few weeks, but it is not overly serious, so hopefully going into February he'll be fit and ready to go again. If Ndidi misses the rest of the month, he will sit out 5 Leicester games, including the semi-final second leg at Villa on 28th of January. And that is a side of our news package for this morning. But before we go, a recap of our main stories. The Supreme Court on Tuesday sacked Governor Emeka Ihedioha of Imo State. The Abia State Commissioner for Education, Dr. Kanele Chiwangwa, says the plans are on the way to introduce central promotion examination for schools in the state. The Controller General of Nigeria Immigration Service, Muhammad Damban Badede, has raised the alarm that fraudsters are using the fake NIS website to defraud Nigerians who are seeking employment. And in the world of sports, we brought you a report that Super Eagles midfielder Wilfred Ndidi may need surgery and could be out for up to a month with an also specified injury. And that was news. Thanks for sharing your time with us. Do stay tuned for Good Morning Abia at 8 and do join us at 1 p.m. for our news update. I am Ruth Hans. Do have a wonderful day.